Your First Alert Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chad Crilly.
We are talking all things Francine, so let's get you caught up to speed with the very latest tropical storm Francine, and it is still a tropical storm, has sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, gusts to 75 miles per hour as of the 5 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. There's been a little more wind shear than originally forecasted across parts of the Gulf, the Southwest Gulf, and that's why Francine has had a hard time developing into a hurricane, but tonight that process is underway. Some clear signs that it continues to strengthen. And the latest track from the National Hurricane Center continues to nudge where the center of the storm may go to the east. It's a trend that we've been seeing all day long today. So Francine still expected to make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, but several miles to the east of where we originally thought it would be. So it's looking more likely from New Orleans to Baton Rouge that landfall is possible on Wednesday afternoon. And you can see tropical storm warnings, hurricane warnings in effect there. After that, the remnant moisture gets pulled up to the north, likely brings some rain showers and thunderstorms into the Ohio Valley. Here in Dothan, things are quiet for now, but we are going to feel some effects of Francine that we'll talk about in just a moment. 79 degrees at the Dothan Airport. Pay attention to this. We have an east-northeast breeze at 7 miles per hour. That is funneling in some dry air. The humidity is at 56% and the dew point is in the lower 60s. That is critical for what happens with Francine, the amount of dry air that we have overhead. 80 right now in Ozark. It's 80 degrees in Enterprise, 82 in Geneva. High cloud cover across our entire area has kept temperatures down again today. It is a trend that we've been in all week long and through last weekend as well. The satellite and radar shows a boundary offshore. This boundary separates dry air to the north and then warm and moist air to the south. Here's the key. Where does this boundary set up on Thursday night into Friday? That will ultimately determine our severe weather threat. So more on that in just a second, because we're going to have Wednesday through Friday of impacts from Francine. Here's the forecast for this evening. As you're heading out, it will be dry. Then the possibility of a few sprinkles, a shower, or thunderstorm into the picture early tomorrow morning, as early as about 6 a.m. And then impacts begin to increase from that point forward. So here's what you need to know. On your Wednesday morning, as you're driving to work, we'll have some scattered showers. It will be a little breezy at times. Wednesday afternoon, pockets of heavy rain and some thunderstorms begin to develop. That boundary is still just offshore. Then between Wednesday night and Friday, that boundary will move ashore. Instability increases, and we'll find the threat for isolated brief tornadoes, particularly Wednesday night and through our Thursday morning. We can get even more specific with this by going into our hour-by-hour forecast. So watch the time here in the middle of your screen. This is at 5 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So tomorrow morning, some showers around, maybe a thunderstorm. We talked about that a moment ago. Into Wednesday afternoon, showers, a few thunderstorms increase. Finally, that boundary will start to move ashore late Wednesday night. Here we go into Thursday morning, and you can see these thunderstorms, they begin to rotate a little bit as they tap in to that shear, the wind shear of the atmosphere. So between Thursday night and Friday, it'll still be breezy, it'll still be windy out there. Aside from any thunderstorms, wind gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour are possible. So conditions go downhill starting tomorrow. The worst conditions will be Wednesday night to Thursday with that isolated tornado threat. Again, some of those effects linger to Friday morning. Will finally start to dry out for Saturday and Sunday, but Francine will make herself known here too as well.
Yes, indeed. So make sure everybody at home is just preparing for the storm as Francine makes landfall. We'll certainly get a better idea of what's coming our way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Well, coming up next, one of